I'm pulling my leg up so they can see just how much of my boot got covered.
It's the last thing anyone wants to deal with. A basement backup of sewage from heavy rain. It can cost thousands to clean up the mess and replace those things vital to living in our homes. Some of those things are simply impossible to replace. To understand why basement backups occur, we need to start by looking at the things we can't see under our homes. Whenever we send water down a drain, it eventually flows to something called a lateral. That's the private sewer pipe that you own. It transports water from your home out to the street where the lateral empties into the sanitary sewer pipes owned by the city you live in. That bigger pipe above is the storm sewer that takes rain and melting snow from the streets and in most cases transports it to the nearest creek, stream, or river untreated. Just like our driveways and our roofs, as homeowners, we have a responsibility to properly maintain our laterals underground. Failure to do so can lead to basement backups. Many homeowners wait until the problem is too big to manage before they address it. The problem comes from too much excess water leaking into the sanitary sewer system from private property. Some of the excess water comes from cracks in laterals. When it rains, water soaks into the ground. It eventually finds its way into any cracks in pipes and into the sanitary sewer system. This is a leak of about 50 gallons per minute coming from a private lateral into a city-owned sanitary sewer in the street. It's water that shouldn't be there. Your lateral really should only carry water you use in the house out to the sewer in the street. 50 gallons of water a minute leaking into the pipe. Think about it. The average shower head uses 2.5 gallons a minute. Older toilets use 3.5 gallons per flush. This barrel holds almost 50 gallons of water. This is what a city-owned sanitary sewer pipe in front of many homes looks like, an 8-inch diameter pipe. Now imagine this much water trying to squeeze through this pipe every minute. And that's just from one leaky lateral. Add in all the other homes with leaky pipes, and you can start to see what happens in here.
There's more water in the pipe than the pipe can convey. So it's like having a traffic jam on the freeway. The water levels rise, and if it gets high enough, it starts pooling into people's basements.
Wauwatosa City Engineer Bill Worley sends crews out looking for leaks in sewers. The crews use a special camera that can drive through sewers and green dye.
Today we're out here flooding storm sewers with green dye, and we're checking for leaks from the storm sewers into the sanitary sewers. In 2.5 days, we found almost 500 gallons per minute of leaking laterals.
And that's just from one neighborhood.
To the average person doesn't mean a lot, but that 500 gallons per minute in some of these sewers actually fills the sewers up so that we have the chance of basement backups or overflows. And it's also 500 gallons per minute that doesn't have to be treated at the treatment plant.
This is an 8-inch diameter city sewer. This is a 6-inch residential lateral. And as you can see, it doesn't take too many of these flowing full to fill up the city sewer here. So you may have 100 homes on this line here, but if 2 of the homes have a really leaky lateral that are filling up this pipe, it can fill up the entire capacity of that sewer.
And there's more to the problem than leaky laterals. Some of our homes send even more excess water into the sanitary sewer system from yet another set of pipes under the house. Almost all homes have a foundation drain that collects water under the house, preventing it from damaging the foundation or flooding the basement. For many homes built before 1954, water from the foundation drain goes directly to the lateral, adding even more excess water into the sanitary sewer system.
Rainwater hits the ground, infiltrates through the ground, hits those drain tile and the foundation drains, and is actually directly tied into the sanitary sewer system. It's really clear water that shouldn't even be going into the sanitary sewer system. You're seeing increases of 30 to 50 to 100 times the flow that you would normally have in a normal condition, a dry weather period. So you're getting all of this water infiltrating into the system.
You can disconnect foundation drains from the sanitary sewers by installing a sump pump. The sump pump is connected to your foundation drain, and water that collects under your home is then pumped up and out of your house onto the front lawn or a storm sewer. Some people do hook their sump pumps up illegally by running the discharge hose to the floor drain or to the wash tub in the basement. It's not only illegal, it's a bad idea. It actually increases the risk of a basement backup, not only for you, but for your neighbors. Just like every car makes a traffic jam worse, Every gallon of excess water in sanitary sewers increases the possibility of this nightmare in your basement. Whether it's illegally connected sump pumps, cracked laterals, or foundation drains connected to the sanitary sewer system, the trouble with excess water can add up fast. Let's go back to the 50 gallons a minute from just one home and the 8-inch city sewer line. For many neighborhoods, an 8-inch sewer can handle about 350 gallons a minute. If you have 2 homes sending 50 gallons a minute into that 8-inch line, it looks like this. 4 homes, 6 homes. Homes 7 and 8 push the sewer over capacity, and that's when things start getting ugly for basements.
If we want to address basement backups, we need to address the private property leaks. We merely can't put in the world's largest pipe and convey it down to MMSD. That's not the solution. The solution is to keep the clear water out of the pipe, the water that doesn't need treatment.
The Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District serves 28 communities that all own and operate their own sewer systems. That's about 3,000 miles of sewers. Private laterals from homes and businesses account for another 3,000 miles of pipes. MMSD has about 300 miles of regional sewers. They're really all one big interconnected system. We've invested billions of dollars on the MMSD system over the years. Communities have poured millions more into their sewers. But for decades, little to nothing has been done to maintain or improve the 3,000 miles of private pipes. That's why currently they are the biggest piece of the solution to basement backups.